G'day everyone, welcome to Empires of Europe. This is Fat Rod. This is the official installation video for 1100, versions 1.2.11 and above. So that is for the new version released in October 2024 and beyond. If you've been playing the mod for some time, the process is now much simpler, so please take note of the changes. And with that, let's get into it. So we'll start off with the Steam installation. This is the easier method. So the first thing you are going to do is go into your library. You'll click on the Bannerlord tab and then go into the workshop. This is where all of the mods are. So pretty easy to find the 1100 mod. We'll just do a search for Europe 1100 and it should be the first result. So it's this one here, Empires of Europe 1100 by Rodimus. So we'll click on that. That takes us to the mod page, and all we've got to do here is click on subscribe. Before we do that, just take note of the required items. So Harmony is now the only mod required for Europe 1100. You no longer need Europe campaign map, banner color persistence, or anything else. Okay. And once you hit subscribe, it will also tell you what you need. If you don't see this screen, it means you've already got Harmony, but I've left it off just for this example. So we'll say subscribe to all, and that is then going to download both mods for us. So once that's done, we'll boot up and we'll activate them. So now that my mods have finished downloading, it's as simple as hitting play in our library, just like any other game. So that has now brought up the Bannerlord launcher, and before you hit play, you need to go over to the mods tab and make sure you have both Harmony ticked and Empires of Europe 1100. I won't go into submods or anything else at this stage. You're going to have to look at the requirements of individual mods for the load order, but generally 1100 should be at the bottom. That's not including Eric's troops or anything like that. If you're just using 1100 on its own, generally you want it at the bottom. And it's quite easy to drag these things to reorder them. Okay. So that should be all we need to do for the basic installation. We'll go ahead and hit play. So now we'll take a look at how to install the mod if you download from Nexus. So you follow the links in the description, go to the mod page, and you can see from the URL here, it's mod 4867, that never changes. And if you take a look at the requirements, you'll notice that Harmony is listed as the one and only requirement, which means you need to download Harmony as well. I would suggest you actually do that first. So just right click on Harmony, follow the link, and go and download the latest version of Harmony, which will be the one up the top. So we'll download that. And then we'll go back to the Europe 1100 page to download that as well. So just go into the file section. There's just one file. Get the current version up the top and hit download. So once those are finished, go into your downloads folder. And you'll need to unzip these. So I use WinRAR. I recommend you use the same, but you've got to unzip these now into the Bannerlord modules folder. So we'll start off with Harmony. I'm just going to double click that. That'll open up in WinRAR. Now with Harmony, it comes in a folder called modules already. So this can be a little bit confusing. I would suggest you double click on that, drill down to get to the actual Harmony folder and then extract that one. Now again, just take note of the paths here where this actually goes. So you go into your Steam library, Steam apps, find your Bannerlord folder, so Common, Mountain Blade, and then modules. So this is what I was talking about. There's already a modules folder, so you don't need the Harmony one. So you're going to extract Bannerlord.harmony folder into the modules folder. So then we'll do the same thing for Europe 1100. Europe 1100 is not in a modules folder, so you just extract that directly to modules. Now with WinRAR, you can actually just press the down key and it'll go straight to the previous folder. So that makes it easy. So that'll take a little bit longer, about 3 gig. So then once we're done, we can delete our downloads because we've extracted them. Then go to our Bannerlord modules folder, the one we just spoke about. And we can see here now we've got Europe 1100 and Harmony. And they should appear like this. If they're zipped, if they're inside a modules folder, you've done it wrong. It needs to look exactly like this with the 2 mods listed separately. So now we should be able to launch the game. And if that's worked correctly, when we hit the mods tab, we should see both Harmony and Europe 1100. So same as the Steam version, make sure those are ticked, make sure 1100's at the bottom, and go ahead and hit play. So if you get this message here, cannot load, and it's mentioning a DLL, you need to unblock the DLL. Now this is a relatively simple process, and there's 2 ways you can do it. The first way is to do it manually. So the way to do that is to go into your Steam folder. I'm in the Bannerlord folder at the moment, but I'm actually going to go back a few steps, and we're going to go into the workshop folder. So if you keep track of my my directory paths up here, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Workshop, Content, this number here, this is the ID for Bannerlord, and then you'll see a bunch of numbers depending on how many mods you've downloaded. The one starting with 2 and ending in 274, this is Europe 1100. So you'll go into that. So we're now in the 1100 mod folder. You're then going to go into bin, shipping client, and here we can see our DLLs. Now in my case, it was the EOE DLL that was getting blocked. So all I need to do is right click on that, hit properties, and then unblock. And we hit apply. That's it. The game will now load. The other way to do this, I guess the semi-automated way to do this, there's a mod on Nexus which can unblock all DLLs for you. So I'll put the link in the description. All you do is come and download this, run it, and it will take care of it for you.